Full moon in Gemini reading. This is going to be an all signs reading. I will timestamp it, and let's get going. The Gemini full moon is happening tomorrow. It's called a cold moon. Gemini is, of course, a sign ruled by Mercury, so whatever's coming up or whatever's completing, the energy could have to do with communication, okay, or possibly even movement, but more likely movement in communication. So let's see. Let's start with Sag, as it's Sagittarius season. Sag, what is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for you? What's the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Sag? What is the energy for Sag of this full moon in Gemini? We've got resurrection. Wow. Reprise, recovery, comeback. Okay. And we also have knowledge at the bottom of the deck. Study, learning, education. So for some of you, the very obvious message I'm getting is you could be considering going back to school, okay, or learning something. Let's see. What is a message here for Sag of the full moon in Gemini? What's the energy of the full moon in Gemini for Sag? What's the energy for Sagittarius? Wow, we've got nobility, grace, and gratitude. What a beautiful energy. Okay. We also have the soul kin, recognition, family kinship. So some of you, I mean, if this is in the realm of a relationship, right, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, it could definitely be a family or familial relationship. Or even between a friend, right? Someone could be coming back into your life, hoping to resurrect a connection, okay? Maybe this person has got some new appreciation for you, okay, with this nobility, grace, and gratitude. They could see you this way, Sag, and they wish to re-enter your life. Okay, there's a recognition of your tie with them, that it's a deep tie. With knowledge as well, this person could have learned something, or, there could be some knowledge behind which they are coming towards you, okay? So let's see what the tarot has to say. Sag, why is resurrection there for Sag? Why is resurrection? Oh, what is this? King of Wands. Okay, could be a fire sign. Why is resurrection here for Sag? Why is resurrection there for Sagittarius? And we've got the Nine of Wands, yeah. This person may have been a little guarded, okay, in the past. They could have been a bit guarded, but now it feels like they want to resurrect your connection. They feel a lot more confident about this. This is the wounded warrior. So this person could have been wounded. I'm not saying by you, right? It could have been other relationships or something else in their life maybe that left them lacking trust, okay? And this person is not confident about reaching out to you. Let's look at Athene. Why is that there? Ten of Cups. Wow. And the Nine of Pentacles. This person may also have had to free themselves. This atheling energy, it could apply to this wounded warrior as well. Nobility, grace, and gratitude. But I think I almost feel like they do see you this way, and they're willing to step away from family, from friends, from other communities and reach out to you, okay? Because there's a recognition that you are a soulmate. Like these other people are family in the 3D, right? But you're this person's soulmate, okay? Could even be a friendship from long back. And someone really misses you, Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Sag. Try not to keep these too long. Let's move on to Capricorn. What is the message? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Capricorn? What's the message, or what's the energy for Capricorn here? Full moon in Gemini. Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Capricorn? Or what's the energy? What is this? Ooh, nightmare. Psychic protection. Oh gosh. Okay. And we have discipline, training, consistency, practice. Okay. Let's get a card from here as well. Psychic protection. If you're having trouble sleeping, having nightmares, bad dreams, you might literally need to do what it says on this card and protect your energy. Someone could be sending some bad vibes your way, okay? Just protect yourself. Make sure you don't have people, yeah. And a big part of protection is setting up boundaries, okay? Also with people who may be not meaning the best for you, okay? Now, let's get a card here. What's the message, or what is the energy of the full moon in Gemini? I can just see this full moon here, right? So, yeah. What's the full moon in Gemini for Capricorn? Bliss, okay. Strange, isn't it? There's two completely different energies. Capricorn, if you're happy, if you're generally pretty happy, someone could be trying to send some bad vibes your way, okay? And you may need to protect yourself from that. Yeah. And with this discipline, training, consistency, practice, it feels like something that needs to be done over time. Like it's not a one and done. So if you may need to set boundaries, and that needs to be ongoing, okay? Or you need to cleanse your space regularly or something. But whatever it is, the protection that you're doing, it needs to happen all the time. It's not a one and done, okay? Someone could be, yeah, I feel sort of sending you some bad vibes maybe. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Why is nightmare there for Capricorn? 5 of Wands. Gosh, okay, that's a few. I'll take them. 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. With the 3 of Cups, could even be someone in a friends group, okay, who is sending you some bad vibes. Eeks, like frenemy. Some of you could have a frenemy. With this 5 of Wands and the 7 of Swords, this person could be concealing the fact that they're in competition with you. Okay, for some of you, this person is competitive and hiding it. They could be around you. We saw the 3 of Cups and then this 10 of Cups. They could be a family member or someone who you may even have thought of as family, okay? And there may need to be, you might, as part of the psychic protection, need to free yourself. Free yourself from this frenemy group or frenemy person, okay? It could even be a group, because the 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups are group energy, so it could be a whole group of people. Let's look at bliss. Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think especially if you're going towards something that you greatly desire with this 9 of Cups, you're about to start that. I think when it comes to feelings, practicalities, set up some boundaries, okay? Don't share everything with these people or persons, because I think you do have a frenemy or frenemies, So yeah, watch out for that, okay? That may be something that you're becoming aware of now with this full moon in Gemini, right? You might even get some psychic hit while you're sleeping, that these people are not really true friends, okay? Something like that. And there's a need to, well, actually, let me just dig a little bit more because I can't help digging. Let's see. What is this 5 of Wands there? Judgment, yeah. You might have this judgment that these people are actually secretly competitive with you, okay? Let's look at that 7 of Swords. Ace of Cups and Strength. Yeah, they're concealing their true feelings. Especially if you have a goal that you wish to move towards, refrain from telling these people everything, because the way they feel is deceptive. Okay, I don't think it's what you see isn't what you get with these people. So be very cautious there, okay? Yeah, we got the King of Swords. I think there is a need to set some boundaries here, Capricorn, with these people. Certainly don't share everything, okay? Okay, so that's what I got for you. And let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, full moon in Gemini. What's the message, or what is the energy for Aquarius? Full moon in Gemini. What's the energy for Aquarius? We've got burnt by the sun, ambition, extension, and reach, and we've got compassion. Okay. Aquarius, this could be you, or you may be asked to show compassion towards someone, okay, who has been burnt by the sun, who may have overextended, overreached. I just straight away got like a message of debt. Okay, that could be for some people. Somebody could have overextended themselves financially, right, and now find themselves in a mess. And you may be asked to show some sort of compassion. Let's see. What is the message here for Aquarius? The solitary. And we've got the hope. Okay. Someone could be appealing to you for kindness, for sympathy, like you're the last hope, okay? This person could have been burnt. I mean, not literally, of course, but, something they did, they overextended themselves. Or they were over ambitious and it cost them. And with the solitary tells me that, with this dedication and self-love and focus, I mean, for some of you, this person could have spent a lot of money on themselves, okay? This person could have racked up a lot of debt just focusing on their self and doing things that appeal to them, okay, without consulting you, maybe. Could be a family member. And you're now being asked to show some kind of compassion. They could be coming to you, asking for kindness, okay? Maybe to borrow, who knows? Okay, let's see. Aquarius. Why is burnt by the sun there for Aquarius? 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands. So this person was determined to overcome something, and in doing that, I think it's like they're fighting off some kind of hardship. I'm really getting this debt message loud and clear, so it must be for some people. This person may have found things heavy going. They may have been determined to overcome that, and in so doing, they overextended, okay? They could have borrowed a lot of money, something like that. Let's look at the solitary. Six of Swords, 4 of Swords. Yeah, it's a 10 of Swords. They betrayed you, Aquarius, okay? They'd like to fix this, but they were only thinking of themselves, really, okay? They were only thinking of themselves. We do have the King of Swords here now at the bottom of the deck. That's you. I think you may feel very let down by this person. But they're coming to you for some sort of compassion and mercy, okay? Let's look at that 7 of Wands. Why is that there for Aquarius? Queen of Wands. King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Where this person has gotten into debt, I feel like they wanted to be seen a certain way, as with this Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles, as having a lot of financial stability when they don't have it, really, okay? So it's like some false thing that they wanted to project. And now the whole situation is very burdensome. Let's look at the 10 of Wands. Yeah, the star. Here you are. You're the shining hope, the map one, right? Shining hope. Now they feel very burdened, okay? And they're laying these burdens at your feet. That's what I'm getting. They lay it at your feet, hoping that you will take compassion on them, And for some of you in the realm of a relationship, it could be someone, this could be someone you were connected to, this King of Pentacles, okay? Or who could have gone off with someone else, okay, indulge their ego. It's all become too tiresome for them, right, with that person, and they're appealing to you, okay, so it could work out that way. Let's look at the Six of Swords. Six of Wands. Yeah, when this person moved on from you, or whatever action they took, whether it was to get into debt or run off with someone else, they were only guided by their ego, okay? And even now, they're looking to see how they can come out on top, This person is very egocentric, literally only thinks of themselves with that self-focus. Yeah. Yeah, with the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This person, yeah, with that self-focus, again, they're only in it for themselves. They only think of themselves with the Nine of Pentacles, Aquarius. So, I don't know, why is compassion there for Aquarius? King of Cups and Justice. Gosh, they're coming to you. Aquarius, I think you're the King of Cups here, whether you're a male or a female, right? You're the heart-based energy. And this person is hoping that you will do something for them, okay? Make something right, maybe even something legal. That's what I'm getting. Like, this person could have run up debt, okay? And now they're coming to you to bail them out. Like maybe there are legalities involved now and they're coming to you for assistance, okay? You're the shining hope. Something like that. Well, I'd be cautious, okay? And for some of you, it could be that they ran off with someone else, okay? And maybe got into debt with that person or something. But they're coming to you, trying to appeal to you. Where's the map on there? Seven of Cups. See, this person is hoping that, you will bail them out. But I'm getting with the Seven of Cups. I don't know. It might even be something that I don't think they'll tell you the whole truth, okay? So just exercise some caution here. If someone comes to you, especially asking you to clear debts, and it's someone who would have betrayed you, or you might see their actions as having betrayed you, okay? But now they're coming and appealing to your sympathy. Yeah, just exercise some caution. What is the advice for Aquarius here? Five of Wands. And Three of Cups. I think there's other people involved, and you may have to get into conflicts. Like in trying to get in trying to sort this person out, you may have to deal with a lot of other people. Like, let's say it's debt, then you'll have to deal with a lot of other creditors, okay? Something like that. So yeah, use your discretion here. But I'm getting that this person is very self-centered, okay? And they only really think of themselves. But then once they get into a mess, Aquarius, they come running to you. Okay. Let's look at Pisces. What is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Pisces? What's the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Pisces? Full moon in Gemini. What is it bringing up? Oh, we got thirst. Ooh, Pisces. Okay. And ancient. Okay. All right. Thirst. It says craving, compulsion, and obsession. Are you thirsting for somebody, Pisces? Or maybe they're thirsting for you, okay? Or you could be obsessed with a goal or an outcome. Let's see. What is the message here for Pisces? Full moon in Gemini. Ooh, blood month. Okay, sacrifice, offerings, and decision before the gathering. So yeah, I'm getting, Pisces, that you're waiting on something, okay? Something you greatly desire with that thirst. With the ancient here, it feels like something you feel maybe you waited for a long time. You feel it's almost like you're due, okay, with that magical inheritance. It feels like something you feel is your due. Before the gathering as well speaks to anticipation, celebration. So you're anticipating something, you think it's your due, you really want it, and with this blood month, there's some kind of sacrifice attached to it, okay? Now, I don't know if you have to make the sacrifice or someone else has to make a sacrifice to give this to you. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Because you're anticipating, that's what I feel. Or there's an anticipation of this sacrifice, okay? Or a decision. Okay. Let's look at thirst. Why is that there for Pisces? Oh boy, I've got three. Sun, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I think Pisces, you want to be acknowledged with the Sun and the High Priestess, right? You want public acknowledgement. For some of you, this is the realm of a relationship. You want it to be publicly acknowledged that your partner loves you, okay? That there's mutual love here. I mean, that it could be in the realm of anything, like even a job, let's say, right? Maybe you're waiting for this public recognition. Now let's look at blood month. Where's that there for Pisces? Ooh, the Hierophant and the World. Okay. Yeah, I think for some of you, there's a sacrifice, okay? If it's a relationship, somebody possibly has to get out of another commitment, and that's a sacrifice. You're anticipating this, okay? Which tells me that maybe you're not the one in the commitment, okay? Or if it's a job, then I don't know, something else has to be closed out, okay? Maybe another commitment. Okay, let's see. Pisces. Let's look at the Sun. Why is the Sun there for Pisces? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's something that's come to a halt publicly. Okay, you can't proceed with this because it's like come to a halt until it becomes public. You can't proceed. Okay. Now it's like a non-starter. Let's look at the High Priestess. Yeah, the Five of Wands. I think there are other people in the fray here, Pisces, and you want public acknowledgement that you're the chosen one, or you want the secrecy to end. Let's look at the Two of Cups. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. I mean, if it's a relationship, you want someone to become free, okay? There could be conflicts around this. You feel like this relationship cannot proceed with this Nine of Pentacles reversed unless it comes out into the public realm, like you're not interested in just being a third party, okay, forever. Something like that. And you want this person to come clean. Now let's look at the Hierophant. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a new commitment. Okay, let's look at the World. Page of Swords. You're waiting to learn this. Okay, whether this decision has been made to sacrifice this commitment so that you can have a new beginning with this person. I feel they're the ones who are committed. Let's look at the World again. Yeah, because I think that will tell you you're waiting to hear, right, that this person loves you enough that they have closed out and that they've sacrificed something else for you. With this Ten of Cups, maybe family, okay, but they have to let go of something else. Okay. Let's look at this before the gathering. Why is that there? For Pisces. Yeah, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. Some of you are expecting an offer from this person, maybe of marriage. But the problem is they're already committed. Okay, so you're waiting to hear if they've ended that. For others, it doesn't have to be a third party. It could just be that this person, is keeping their feelings secret, like it's a secret relationship, okay, and you want it to now become public because maybe you want a commitment with this person, you want everyone to know that they have feelings for you, okay, so it could go that way. Okay, what is the advice for Pisces here? Eight of Cups. Okay, if it's a third party, I think you're being advised to leave, Pisces. Look, I think the bottom line is, it seems like if this person needs so much of urging from you and pressure from you to come clean, to make their feelings known, then maybe it is a non-starter, okay? Because I don't know, I guess the pressure, like you shouldn't need to pressure someone, right, to profess their feelings or whatever, or to do the right thing if they're in a third party, right? If you have to pressure them, that means you're forcing them, and it's not like they really want to do it, right? So I think that maybe something that maybe, I don't know, you need to have a realization around, okay? Maybe in this full moon. Yeah, we got that moon there as well, you know? It's like time to accept maybe that this is more of an obsession on your part, right? And maybe it's not healthy, right? Okay, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so that's Pisces, and I think you've got that message a few times now, so it must be for some people. Okay, let's move on to Aries. Aries, what is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Aries? Full moon in Gem, what's the message here for Aries? Full moon in Gemini, message for Aries. We've got the Hunter. Wow, Aries. I feel like that's you. Okay. Okay, and we've got jealousy. Ooh, envy, punishment. Yikes. Okay, and we've got the Hunter, aggressive tracker provider. Gosh. Aries, someone's tracking you. Okay, this person's pretty aggressive. I don't know, there might be another Aries. Okay. Yeah, it's aggressive. And it's driven by jealousy. That's what I feel, okay? Envy, punishment, changing course. So I feel like this person is jealous. And coming back towards you. Maybe you're changing course away from them and they don't like it. Okay, there's something like that. Let's take a look. Okay. What's the full moon in Gem? Full moon in Gemini, message for Aries. What's the message here for Aries? Energy of the full moon in Gemini. We've got Isa, stillness, pause, and delicacy. Whoa. So this person, Aries, is hunting you with this Isa. I'm really getting like a very stealthy energy, okay? Especially combined with this Hunter. It's like a stealthy tiger or a lion that's just really quiet and poised before they strike. It's being driven by jealousy. I think it's this person, the solitary. They're focused on their needs, their self, okay? And they're very jealous. Okay, let's see what's going on here for Aries. Aries. What is Hunter here for Aries? The Tower, Page of Wands, another one more. The Sun. Wow. Yeah, so this person, I think something's come as a tower to them, Aries, okay? Some action maybe that you're taking, right? With the Sun, it's very clear, and it's a tower to them. You know, with this Nine of Swords, they are driven by worry, by jealousy, by envy. I don't think they expected you to do this, whatever it is. Let's look at Isa. We've got the Hierophant and the World, and let me get one more. Five of Cups. This could be someone that you were connected to, but this person has learned something. With that Page of Swords, they've learned something, okay, or they've heard something, and it could even be an ex-partner, Okay. With this Tower, it's a shock to them, right? The action you're taking is like a real shock. And so they're coming towards you with this Five of Cups. I think they regret letting you go. There's a lot of jealousy now, okay, about where you might be headed. Okay, let's see. Why is a Tower there for Aries? But for some of you, I'm getting that this is the energy of the Aries, okay? But of course, you could be dealing with another Aries as well. Why is a Tower there? Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords. See, maybe they've heard that you're planning to propose to somebody, okay, or you're moving towards someone, and it's a lot of stress for them. Let's look at that Page of Wands. Yeah, something you're about to do, and I think you're doing it quite slyly, okay. With the Seven of Swords, you're not being honest about the action you're taking. But with the Sun, I feel it's visible. Let's look at the Sun. Yeah, Temperance. I think they know that you're planning something in secret, maybe a proposal, okay? And this person, yeah, with the Lovers, maybe you have a lover, Aries, that you're planning to propose to, and this person is stressed as hell, okay? It could be an ex-partner, like an ex-spouse, who is jealous and envious at the thought that you are moving on, okay? Even if they left you, it's like changing course. They're heading back because they don't want you to go anywhere. Let's look at the World. Yeah, the Hanged Man. See, they could have closed this out with you. They could have moved on. But now they see that situation differently. Okay, there's regret. Let's look at that Five of Cups. What is this? Gosh, it's a lot. I'll just take this Ace of Pentacles because it's too much. I think the fact that you have a new opportunity is something that this person is really focused on, okay? And they're changing course and heading back to you. Let's look at the Hierophant. Yeah, Page of Cups, you know. I think they know that you're planning to possibly marry someone, okay? Or if it's not marriage, then maybe you're just deepening and existing, like you've been dating someone and you're now moving in together or whatever, right? But this person may have been someone who was an ex-partner of yours, okay? And I feel it was their decision to move on from you, but it's something they regret now, okay? They're changing course. Like maybe this person left you and now they're alone, okay? Maybe they left you even for someone else, who knows? But that didn't pan out and they're alone. And the fact that you might have a chance to be happy with a soulmate is filling this person with a lot of jealousy, and they're heading way back to you, okay? Be careful with that hunter thing. This person strikes me as very narcissistic, because they're not coming back to you for the right reasons, and it's all about them, right? They don't want you getting away. It's their ego. It's their, you're not some possession of theirs that they can just hold on to. And I feel like that's what this person is trying to do, and that's what this person, I feel, is treating you as, okay? Almost like a possession that they don't want to lose, like you belong to them and you're not going anywhere. That kind of attitude. Ooh, Aries, okay. But I think if you have someone else that you're serious about, that's the right person to be with, okay? Not this person. Okay, let's move on to Taurus. Oops, okay. Okay, full moon in Gemini. What is the message here for Taurus? Full moon in Gem. What's the message for Taurus? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Taurus? What's the message here for Taurus? Message for Taurus. Full moon in Gemini. We've got outsider. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. And we've got compassion. Okay. Misfit, loner, wanderer. Okay, is that you, Taurus? So we've got someone here, okay, who could be lonely, who who's a misfit, okay? With this wanderer energy, it could be someone who has moved into town or who has just recently moved into a place, moved into a school, you know, whatever, right? They could be the new girl or new boy in town, something like that. And this person is alone and feels like they're a misfit. And maybe you're being asked to show some compassion and kindness to this person. Let's see. New full moon in Gemini, message for Taurus. What is the full moon in Gem, message for Taurus? We've got King of the Darkwood Elves there. Here you are, Taurus, okay? And we've got the Fairy Godmother. Wow, okay. I think this person is coming to you, okay? King of the Darkwood Elves, authority, credibility, status. It's like you're established, okay? This person's a misfit. It's like, it's kind of giving me a, like a high school thing where this could be the new kid, right? And Taurus, you're like the queen bee, okay, sitting pretty. And maybe there's a need to be kind to this person, okay? To recognize that they're alone. You know, something like that. There's a need to be kind here. Okay. I hope this person's not being bullied. Let's see. Taurus. Okay. Why is outsider there for Taurus? Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Okay. Let me give one more. Why is the outsider there for Taurus? Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's look at the King of the Darkwood Elves. Star. Ace of Wands and Six of Wands. Okay. Interesting energy, guys. The Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. I think this person may be, you know, with that misfit energy, Is this a choice between two people and one person's going to be the outsider? We've also got the Fairy Godmother, Revelation, Discovery, and Epiphany. Okay. I have to get some more cards because this is kind of intriguing. Let's look at this Queen of Wands. Why is that there for Taurus? Three of Wands. Let's look at the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. And let's look at the Queen of Cups. Eight of Swords. Some of you Tauruses may have had some expectations of this person, okay, with the Three of Wands. Maybe based on how they look. It's kind of like judging a book by its cover, right? You may have judged this person by how they look, how they appear. With the Six of Pentacles, you could have, you know, there could have been mutual feelings here, okay? But you may have allowed yourself to get trapped, you know, worried about whether this person would be maybe a good partner, something like that, or a good, some worry around giving and receiving of emotions, okay, because there were some expectations around this person. Like maybe this person didn't fit in with your crowd or your group. And you had some expectations of them that may not have even been accurate. Let's look at the star. The sun and the tower. Okay, and let's look at the Ace of Wands. The Five of Swords. See, so you were conflicted about this person, okay? You could have had some kind of public rupture with this person, because I feel with the star, I'm getting like this person could be the star where they don't fit in with your group, okay? The star is in its own orbit, and you judge this person based on that. Maybe even had a public falling out with them. Let's look at victory, or the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe when it came to choosing a partner, you were guided by what other people thought, Taurus, okay? And for some, I feel like this could be even a choice between two people, this Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, and you, Taurus, you have the choice, okay? And I don't know, someone's going to be cast out, maybe this Queen of Wands. Okay. Because you're conflicted around this beginning, okay? And you're also guided by what other people think of who you should be with, okay? So let's look at this compassion. Why is that there? Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think if it's a choice between two people and you're shunning one person, Taurus, then you need to be compassionate, okay? Whoever you're letting go. Yeah, let's look at the fairy godmother. The moon. There's a lot you're not sure of here, Taurus. Okay, there's a lot that's unknown. Let's look at that moon again. Page of Swords. You will learn in time though. Okay, you are going to learn the truth in time. And you may want to heal it with this person, whoever you're shunning, okay? You may want to heal it with them. With this fairy godmother, you could see that this person would have been very good for you, okay? For some of you, you're going to have this realization that this person would have been very good for you. But you're shunning them because they seem like a misfit or they don't fit in with your group, okay? Something like that. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. That was a little confusing, I've got to admit. Just the way it all came out. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, what is the message here? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Gemini? What's the energy of the full moon in Gemini for Gemini? What is the message of the full moon in Gemini for Gemini? Love conquers all. Wow. Okay. And eternal youth. Well, you are one of the youngest air sign in the zodiac, right? Energy, vitality, and newness. Yeah. And love conquers all. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. Wow. It sounds like a love for the ages. Okay, Gemini. Wow. Full moon in Gemini. What's the message here for Gemini? We've got Salu, vitality, health with Elstruck. Wow. Gemini, I think you're under someone's spell. Okay, it says enchanted, beguiled, and spelled. Either you're under their spell, they're under your spell. Maybe you're both under each other's spell. Okay. With this eternal youth, it just feels like there could be a youthful air to both of you. Okay, it doesn't matter how old you are. There's just something youthful about the energy. You're like young at heart. It could even be a love that started with someone when you were much younger, okay, for some of you. And there's a feeling of, yeah, it's enduring loyalty and eternal love. Wow. And both of you could be feeling that this is bringing a lot of energy and vitality into your lives. Okay. Wow. Gemini. What's the message for Gemini? Okay. Why is love conquers all here for Gemini? Let's look at Salu. Is it there? Okay, Ace of Cups, yeah, here's the love. So, Gemini, with this love conquers all, you may have learned something with this Page of Swords. And you're really examining it or focused on it, okay? You're really studying it. And you may feel that this is, you're meant to be with this person, okay? With this vitality, it feels like taking action. And you're moving into the past towards this. So it's possible that this love is with someone from the past, okay? And you could be wanting to reach out and reconnect with this person. If you haven't heard from this person, it feels like the connection hasn't gone away, okay? It's like you just need to reach out and tap into it again. It's not really dead, okay? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Gemini. I'm going to get a card on that elf struck. Why is that there? Why is elf struck there for Gemini? Why is elf struck there for Gemini? Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's like you want to move this forward quickly. Gemini, you really want to move fast. Once you've learnt this, or you recognize that this person is the one, let's look at the Page of Swords. Four of Swords. Yeah, I think you've had some time to think about this, right? And now you recognize that you want to reach out to this person. Maybe you've been in a period of separation from them. What is the Page of Swords there for Gemini? Oh, Five of Cups, Judgment. Yeah, you've had time to think about this, okay? And you regret letting this person go, maybe. There's a recognition that you miss this person. After a time apart, I feel you've been apart now. Let's look at that Eight of Coins. Queen of Swords. I think that's you, okay? Now you recognize and see the truth of your connection, and you're very focused on it. You want to work on it. Yeah. And for some of you, you're focused on family, okay? You may feel like this is the person you're meant to be with, But I think you are in separation from them, Gem, and you have regrets for things, whatever led to the parting. But I feel like maybe you can reconnect, okay? Let's look at this Four of Wands. Or actually, let's look at the King of Wands. Nine of Cups. See, this person has recognized that you're what they want. Seven of Pentacles. It may have taken them a while to realize this, to figure this out, okay? But now that they know, they want to come towards you. And they want things to move pretty quickly. Let's look at Eternal Youth. There's Eternal Youth there for Gemini. Five of Swords. I think this person may have been conflicted, especially if you met them when they were a lot younger. They could have been a lot more conflicted about this. But in life and time has showed them this is the connection they want, and they're going to come quite quickly towards you. Okay, this is someone who regrets letting you go in the past. They see you as the one. Okay, wow, Gemini, watch out for this person. Okay, they're going to reconnect. Okay, so that's Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay. Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Cancer? What's the message here for Cancer? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Cancer? Oh my gosh. Prey. Stalked, invaded, and watched. Eeks. With love conquers all. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay. Gosh, Cancer, watch out. I think somebody is stalking you. Okay, they're convinced that you're like an eternal love. Okay, with that love conquers all that Gemini had as well. So yeah, just watch out. I think, but in that it felt almost mutual. Like it felt like a mutual love. Here I'm getting more of a maybe a one-sided. Let's see. What is the message for Cancer? Full moon in Gemini. What is the message here for Cancer? Got oath. Okay, and the merciful one. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm getting that this person... I think you're the merciful one here. Okay, compassion, relief. With this love conquers all, they are obsessed with coming towards you, they're stalking you, they're watching you, and it says lasting commitment, and we've got the oath card here, promise, pledge, contract. I think this person wants to marry you. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Okay, watch out, Cancer. Okay, some of you may not even realize you're being stalked here. Why is prey there for Cancer? And I don't want to scare anyone, but you know, it's always good to be aware of what's in your surroundings. Okay. What is the message? Oh, or why is prey there for Cancer? 5 of Pentacles. The Fool. Seven. What is this? Knight of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Okay. With the Empress. See, you're the Empress, the merciful one. I feel it's you. Okay. This person feels that they're going to get some kind of relief by being with you. Okay. Let's look at this oath. There's oath there for Cancer. Ace of Wands. Page of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. With the Empress. Yeah, I think this person, Cancer, sees you as some kind of loving energy. You know, they want to move. They want to sign. Yeah, they want to make some kind of offer to you. Okay. And it's going to be a legal contract. So it looks like some sort of marriage proposal. But this energy, I mean, this person is determined to get what they want or to win. And they're going to reach out. I think this person is going to come very quickly towards you. Okay, so could be around now with this Knight of Swords. They're going to reach out. With this Fool, they're just going to go for it. Okay, I think they want a new beginning. You know, I think this person is tired of feeling lonely with this 5 of Pentacles. And I'm also getting, oh yeah, it says material trouble on this card. So I'm getting that this person could be experiencing some kind of problems. They could even have financial issues. Okay. Wow. And you're this Empress energy, you know, the merciful one. I think that they feel like being with you is going to give them relief from, like, you're going to be kind, you're going to be loving, you know. Maybe they think you'll mother them, you know, and you're going to provide stuff that they'll be comfortable and they won't have to worry about money. Okay. Because I think this person does also have money worries. So just be careful, because this person, is stalking you and is determined to get an outcome with you. It's like when they approach you, they've got an agenda and they're determined to win here. Okay. So just watch out for that. Let's look at this Five of Pentacles. The Fool. Ace of Cups. King of Cups. Yeah, I think it's this person, but I mean, they do have feelings for you. I'm not saying they don't. Especially with that love conquers all, it's a little obsessive. I'm getting like an obsessive vibe from this person. And they feel like this is a chance at new love. Like everything that they've been lacking, right? You're the solution. You're this merciful, compassionate one. You're the Empress. Yeah, let's look at the Fool there. The World and the King of Swords. I think this person has ended something, okay? Maybe they've gotten divorced, with that World and the King of Swords. Some kind of legalities could have ended, left them a little impoverished, okay? They do have feelings towards you, and they feel that you're the right person. Let's say this Knight of Swords. Three of Cups. Yeah, they could be reaching out, trying to connect with you, trying to befriend you. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. The Tower. Yeah, they're determined to have this outcome with you, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles. I think it's this person, the Knight of Pentacles. They're determined to have this outcome with you. I think they're going to approach you and try to befriend you. For some of you, they might already be in a friend circle, okay? And they've got their eye on you. They have feelings for you. And I feel this Knight of Pentacles and the Tower, this person is stealthily working very slowly. This is a methodical person. They're working slowly to have this outcome with you, okay? This Tower moment. And I think the Tower moment is where they'll come towards you. So if they don't know you already, then the Tower moment for them is getting an introduction to you, okay? Getting into your orbit, something like that. Let's look at this Ace of Wands. The Sun. Yeah, they feel like it's going to make them happy. So, I mean, this person is not only coming to you because they have money issues or anything. I mean, I think they do have that. But they also have some weird, unrealistic expectation that you're going to be this compassionate, loving. Oh, yeah, look, we got the Devil behind the Empress. This person is unhealthily obsessed, okay? This masculine energy is unhealthily obsessed. Yeah, they're obsessed because they have an agenda and an outcome, They're not happy to just go with the flow. They have an outcome that they're trying to achieve here. Let's look at that Love Conquers All. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. This person wants to marry you, straight up, okay? Let's look at that Merciful one. Yeah, see, the Empress again. They see you as this Empress energy. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to ask, what's the advice for Cancer here? With regards to this person, what's the advice for Cancer? Seven of Cups. With the Ten of Cups, this person could convince you to marry them, okay, with this Ten of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, it tells me, though, that it could be a little bit of spinning a web for you, or there's something unrealistic here, okay? Because I think this person is, if you were to get into a relationship with them, I think they'd be quite possessive and controlling. And I think they will try to push you to a commitment, whether you're ready or not, because that's what they want, okay? So, yeah, just exercise some caution here. I think this person is going to approach you, okay? And when you're out and about, do keep an eye out. Do be aware of your surroundings, especially even around friends groups, Is there anyone who's being particularly invasive with your questioning or whatever, okay? Because I think this person has definitely, you're the target and they're coming in, okay? That's what I've got. Ooh, okay. So that's you, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. I mean, don't be alarmed. I don't think this person is going to hurt you, okay? Because they are in love. But they might not, you know, they might be just a little obsessively in love. Where, yeah, you might find it quite difficult with them, okay? Okay, so that's Cancer. Now Leo. Full moon in Gem for Leo. Full moon in Gemini. What is the energy for Leo? Energy for Leo. Full moon in Gemini. Full moon in Gemini. What is the energy for Leo? Whoa, we got jealousy. Okay. And we got burnt by the sun. Okay. Okay. Leo. What is the energy of the full moon in Gemini? Woo, we got astral. Okay. Love, fire, sensuality, fertility. There's jealousy as well. Okay. I feel the jealousy may have caused somebody to do something here that caused them to get burnt. Okay, like an action that was reckless. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Leo. What is the message for Leo? There's jealousy here for Leo. There's jealousy there for Leo. King of Swords, the Two of Swords. One more. Five of Pentacles. And why is Astral there? Love, fire, Ten of Swords, and what is this? Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands. Okay. Oof, Leo. Looks like things are quite fiery. Okay. There's a lot of conflict with this. It feels like someone is very jealous, as I said, and it's because they're unsure. Maybe if the other partner is going to cut them out, okay, leave them out in the cold, okay. So it sounds like someone who's jealous, maybe that their partner's got someone else. This love, fire, sensuality, right? Seen as some kind of betrayal, okay. I think it's a Queen of Swords energy here, who is jealous, okay? Because it feels like, Leo, you may have been hanging on, okay, with this Nine of Wands. You could have been hanging on. Maybe now you're finally ready to let go. You've met someone else with this love, fire, and it's made this person very jealous, okay? You're not sure if you're going to cut them out. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get caught on that burnt by the sun. Why is that there for Leo? Queen of Swords, yeah, see? And let's look at this fairy non. Why is that there? Temperance. With this planning, patience, cooperation, this person could have, either could be or could have, okay, worked to patch things up with you, Leo. They could be co-opting other people as well into patching things up. Let's see. Why is the King of Swords there? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be someone you were in a family situation with, okay? Could just be a family member who's not romantic as well, but is jealous of you for moving on, okay? Could be something like that. Let's look at the Two of Swords. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're unsure if you're going to move towards this passionate energy. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're wondering if you're going to leave them out, okay? This person feels like they need you. Could be a needy person, okay? But that Queen of Swords could be an ex-partner, could even be a relative, a female relative who's just very needy and clingy, okay? Who feels like they need you and they don't want you to go on. Where's the Two of Swords there? Yeah. The fact that you might be moving on, you might want to commit to someone, that's all causing a lot of jealousy. Maybe this person is financially dependent on you in some way, okay? Because they seem to feel like they can't manage without you. And they're taking it as a betrayal. Your new relationship is being seen as some kind of betrayal. Let's look at that Queen of Swords. The Moon. Page of Cups. Yeah, this person's very afraid that you're going to make some kind of proposal, okay? Yeah. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups, Justice. They're very afraid. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Couldn't be clearer. So this person is afraid that you're going to marry someone else. But I don't feel like this person is a romantic partner, okay? It could be an ex-partner, as I said, someone who I haven't dealt with for a while, like an ex-partner. Or it's just a female relative, okay? And they're fearing that you're going to commit to someone else. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Swords. They're wondering, are you concealing this fact from them? Because with the Moon, things aren't clear, okay? Are you going to hang around, or are you going to go off and commit to someone else? But with this Nine of Wands, it tells me, Leo, if this is you, that, it hasn't been easy for you in this situation. You've just been hanging in there, It's cost you, okay? And I don't think it's fair of this person to expect you to keep providing to them. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the Moon. Yeah, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords. They're not sure, your indecision is the fact that you're not speaking up about your decision has got this person thinking overtime, okay? And they're very jealous. Okay. With this Five of Wands also, I think they're not afraid to fight here, okay, and get aggressive. Fueled by their jealousy. So just watch out for that, okay? This person could be getting aggressive. Okay, what is the best action or what is the best advice for Leo here? Queen of Pentacles, Chariot. I think it's to move on, okay? And if you want to marry someone or you want to have a new life with somebody, go for that, okay? Yeah, with the King of Wands, like be confident and go for it. Don't let this person trip you up, okay? They have no claim on you. That's what I got. They've got no claim on you. I don't believe this is a current partner that you're leaving. No. This person has no claim on you. Okay, so you should just move on. Okay, that's what I've got for you, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. I think we got Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and then I think we're done. And then it'll just take me forever to upload. Okay. So, Virgo. What is this full moon in Gemini going to bring up for Virgo? What is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Virgo? Full moon in Gemini, what is it bringing up for Virgo? Whoa, we got thirst. Okay, I think Pisces had this. Craving, compulsion, and obsession. Ooh. And we got prey. Cancer had this. Okay, stalked, invaded, and watched. Oh my gosh, okay. Scary. Well, I think these cards are kind of self-explanatory, aren't they? I mean, Virgo, someone is thirsting maybe over you, okay? This person is very obsessed and they are stalking you. They're stalking you, they're watching you. They could be invading your privacy in some way. Oh my gosh, we've got the monster within behind that. Internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. This person could be dealing with a lot of demons. Eesh, okay. I mean, they do want to improve, but I don't know. They've got a lot of baggage, okay? And they are stalking and watching you. Could be a Cancer or a Pisces because those cards turned up as well for them. Okay. Virgo. What's the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Virgo? Energy of the full moon in Gemini. We've got Frigga, readiness, bounty, and plenty. Okay. And we've got the dreamer, the sorcerer. So I think this person with this visions, trance, and this prey, you know, it's like they're actively trying to figure out how to get you. There's a lot of thought and strategy going into this with this trance and apparitions, okay? And yeah, this person has got a very unhealthy focus and obsession. And it may be because you're also seeing this way, frigga, readiness, bounty, you know, you're very bountiful. You seem to have it all, okay? And yeah, they basically want some, okay? Ooh, okay. Virgo, message for Virgo. Where's thirst there for Virgo? What is this? The Fool, the Empress. Where's thirst there for Virgo? Four of Cups. Let's look at Frigga. Why is that there for Virgo? Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant. And the Ten of Swords. And the Six of Swords. So this person also have some kind of fresh beginning with you. Okay, I think you're coming up as the Empress energy. Abundant, right? This person with this Four of Cups is, they just completely, it's weird because they are obsessed, and that's not the energy of the Four of Cups. Oh, it's almost like they're not willing to look at anything else. They're not willing to contemplate anything else. Because they're so obsessed with you, okay? Like, I feel almost like a single-minded focus. Okay. I think if you're already in a commitment, this person would like you to end that, okay? And for some of you, they might be in a commitment, and if so, they would look to end that, to be with you, okay? Gosh, okay. Let's look at this prey. There's a prey there for Virgo. Queen of Pentacles. See, Cancer had this very similar message, okay? I don't know if you're dealing with a Cancer, but you might want to check that out. Let's look at that prey again. Temperance, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is someone who wants to marry you, okay, like in an official commitment. And so they could be looking to leave a commitment, or they want you to leave a commitment if you're already committed. Let's look at the Dreamer. The Lovers. See this person? Gosh. Yeah, it's someone who's very obsessed with being with you, even as a lover, and then eventually marrying you. Let's look at this Fool. Page of Swords. I think they're watching you, again with that prey and stalking. The Hermit with the Page of Swords. They're either watching you and they want to have a new beginning, or for some of you, this is the Virgo who's doing the stalking, okay, whatever. But this person is very focused on what they want. And they have an outcome with you, and I think with Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles, it's a serious tie or a serious connection, okay. Let's look at the Empress. The Tower. And the Eight of Swords. This person is in their head about you, okay. I feel like they've got a lot of intrusive thoughts, obsessive thoughts about you and about doing this, okay, about suddenly doing this. Yeah, this King of Pentacles, you know. The King of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, I think this person definitely is obsessed with wanting to partner up with you. Okay. Now, let's look at the Four of Cups. The Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person knows where they're going, okay, and they're coming straight to you, okay, could be a Cancer, but this person is headed straight to you. You're the Knight of Pentacles here. It's like I said, they're not interested in anything else. They're just coming straight to you, okay? Okay, let's go at Chariot again. Death. Yeah, I think they're ending something else and coming straight to you. You know, as I said, if they're in a commitment, they're ending that really quickly. Let's look at the Hierophant. Four of Wands. They could be living with someone. Queen of Wands. You know, they want to be with you. Okay? They want to be in a serious connection with you. Let's go to the Ten of Swords. Five of Wands. The Emperor. I think this person is a little controlling, okay, and they want to win out over all the competition, okay, so if you're in a commitment, they want to come out on top, they want to win you from that person, and if they're in a commitment, as I said, they're exiting, but either way, they want to be with you, committed to you, living with you, make you a spouse, they're obsessed with this. Let's look at this Tower. Gosh, it's too many cards. Okay, let me get it again. Why is the Tower there? For Virgo, why is the Tower there? Two of Cups. See, this person feels like they love you, and they could be feeling like you love them too. Okay, I don't know if you do or not. But I feel like a lot of the energy is coming from them to you at this time. It seems a bit one-sided at this time. Okay. Let's look at that Eight of Swords. Yeah, the Sun. It's like they're obsessed and they feel like you're the happiness, you know, you're the one they love, they want to be lovers with you, you're the perfect partner, and it's like that's it. It's like target locked on and then they're coming towards you, okay? So that's what I've got for you. With the Three of Wands, you know, watch out for them, okay? They could be driving past your house as we speak, okay? Who knows? I mean, this person is coming up in the upright as an Emperor, so I think they're not a shady person, okay? Despite the stalking, I don't think they're a shady person. I'm just getting that they may be a little controlling, okay? It may be their way or the highway kind of thing. And they could also be a little possessive, okay? That's what I'm getting. If there's anyone else in the mix, it's like this person wants to come out on top, okay? They want to win over the competition. So they could see you as a little bit of a conquest, okay? I'm getting that. Yeah, I don't know. You may or may not have feelings for them. It's possible you do, okay? Some of you. Okay, Virgo, so that's that. Let's move on to Libra. Libra. Okay. Full moon in Gemini. What is the message here for Libra? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Libra? The monster within. Okay. And we've got call for help. Eesh. Okay. Okay. So actually it feels like someone who's dealing with a lot with the monster within, internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. Sounds like someone may be going even through a dark night of the soul or just a difficult time. They're dealing with a lot. With this call for help, it says ask for, you know, help, right? Admit that you're having a tough time. And then help will probably come, okay? Okay, Libra, if this is you and you're struggling, please ask for help. Help will be available, yeah? Okay. You don't have to deal with tough times on your own, right? Okay, what's the message for Libra? Full moon in Gemini. What's the message for Libra? Got elven touch, recovery, comeback. Ooh, and the golden unicorn. Protector, guardian, champion. I think you definitely have someone around you who will help you with this golden unicorn. Beneath that, we got the merciful one. Libra, there is help. Okay, you have a protector. Someone who will show you a lot of compassion. You just need to reach out. Okay. And then with this elven touch, I feel like your troubles can be soothed. Okay, I feel like with this recovery and comeback, you will come back. You'll stage a, you'll stage a huge comeback. Okay, something like that. But you need to reach out and ask for help. Okay, don't be afraid to do that. Okay, Libra. Whoa. Message for Libra. Why is the monster within there for Libra? Ace of Cups, the moon. And the King of Wands. And let's look at elven touch. What is up there? Ten of Cups, death. Three of Pentacles. Some of you, you want to act, right? This is that personal challenges, internal struggle, acting on the internal struggles, the demons that you're facing, and finding that self-love, Some of you could have experienced a loss, like an actual loss of a person or a family member maybe, and that could be the struggle you're going through. Or it could be the loss of a job, right? But there's been some big ending in your life, and that could be challenging for you, okay? And you're being urged to ask for help because help is available. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the call for help. What is up there for Libra? Page of Cups. Yeah, just reach out, okay, and make that offer or ask someone for help. Let's look at that Ace of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, it could be a workplace as well or something at work. Let's look at the moon. Two of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Yeah. I mean, you could be fearing things. Okay, you could be fearing losing a home. You could be fearing losing a place of work. Like a job, okay? There's a lot of fear, your internal, your stability could be getting rocked at this time. Let's look at the King of Wands. Yeah, the Tower and the Sun, it may be public as well, okay? Everything that's gone down could be done publicly. And you're trying to do the best you can. You're trying to act on all of this. Now, let's look at the Death card. What is up there? Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, it could be a marriage that's come to an end, okay, or a commitment, and you could be worried about losing your home. You could be worried that someone else is going to, replace you as a spouse or something like that. That there's, it's different things for different people. It could be a job, it could be a home you're losing, it could be a partner, it could be anything. But the bottom line is there is help here. Let's look at this golden unicorn. Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. I think this Queen of Cups energy, okay, could be a mother figure, a friend, could be a best friend, could even be a therapist, anyone. With this Knight of Swords, you just need to reach out and tell them. You need to talk to them, okay? You need to communicate. And I feel this person will be very receptive and give to you, okay? Because it says call for help. I think unless you reach out, they can't help you. We've got transmission beneath that, which is all about communication. So I think you do have to communicate, Libra. And then once you do, you get the help you need, okay? You are going to get the help you need. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, so just reach out, or don't deal with the devil, your fears or whatever challenges or demons you're dealing with. Don't deal with it on your own, Okay, that's the message here. There is help available. Okay, so of course, so that's Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, last but not least, what's the full moon in Gemini bringing up the Scorps? What is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for Scorpio? Full moon in Gemini, what is it bringing up for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? Full moon in Gemini, what's the message for Scorpio? We've got supernatural. Oh, cool. Okay. And got burned by the sun. Jeez. Okay. Inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. Okay, that's interesting. Scorpio. What is the message of this full moon? What is the full moon in Gemini bringing up for you? What's the message here for Scorpio? Elven touch, Libra had that as well. Okay. Recovery, comeback, revival. Okay. And we've got this elf struck. Okay. Scorpio, somebody could be completely enchanted with you, under your spell. Okay, and they may wish to re-enter your life, okay, or to make some sort of comeback, if it's someone you've already known. Let's see what this is about though. Scorpio. Message for Scorpio. What is the message here for Scorpio? Why supernatural there for Scorpio? Four of Swords. Four of Cups, Three of Swords. And let's look at Elven touch. Nine of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Eight of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new opportunity here. Okay, the supernatural. This person with this Four of Swords, I think you're on a time out from them. They're not in your life right now, right? Which is why with this revival or comeback, they want to re-enter. They could have broken your heart, Scorpio. Okay, with this Four of Cups and the Three of Swords, they could have hurt you. They could have rejected you. I'm getting with the supernatural. It says inexplicable, otherworldly. It's like, I feel like you're a mystery to this person, okay? They just couldn't figure you out. I think this person could not figure you out. You just seemed, yeah, like a being from another world, you know, like someone they never met. And they could have rejected you and broken your heart, okay? But I think they have been thinking about you a lot. And I think that they would like to recover this, you know. This person may need to free themselves, okay, from something, or yeah, or maybe even just their fears regarding commitment or regarding getting into a relationship with you, right? Because there's something about you that seems different. Like you're not from this world, right? You're supernatural. You're just, yeah, I don't know how to put it. Like it seems like you're not from this world. This person has never encountered anyone like you, okay? And it's got them in their feels, but it's also got them in their fears. I think it happened in their fears, and now they're wondering how they can recover this. Because this person is under your spell, okay? They are under your spell. With this burnt by the sun, I feel it's they may have thought that they'd get burnt, okay, because you're so otherworldly. They may have thought that getting involved with you would mean heartache, okay, like you have the ability to break their heart very deeply in some way, and so they may have pushed you away to prevent that, okay? Okay, let's see. Let's look at this burnt by the sun. Yeah, Eight of Wands. They may have moved on from you because they thought that maybe that you'd burn them. Let's look at elf struck. Yeah, the Emperor. I think this is the person who's elf struck. Okay. They never encountered anyone like you, Scorpio. Let's look at the Four of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they didn't give you much. They held back. I think this person was afraid. Let's look at the Four of Cups. Six of Pentacles. See, they may even have feared that you wouldn't feel the same way. Okay, and so they could have pushed you preemptively away. Let's look at Three of Swords. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. See, they made that decision, okay, and they walked away. They broke your heart and they walked away, okay, and it's because this person thought that you would deceive them, maybe, okay. With the Moon, it's like it's not something they could understand. They had deep feelings. They were under your spell, but they didn't really get you, and so they didn't know what to expect from you, okay. Let's look at that Eight of Swords. Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person does want to reconnect with you. Ace of Wands. Yeah, they do want to do this. They are at a crossroads and they wish to come towards you. They are extremely slow with this Knight of Pentacles energy. But once they head your way, they are there for the long term. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Yeah. It's someone from your past, okay, and they're going to come back. Yeah, see, Four of Swords, I was asking, clarifying that again, and we got the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, and that's you. This person held back from you, okay? They didn't give you much because they could have even have shunned you, and it's because they didn't understand you. You're like a mystery, okay, an enchanting mystery. But now I feel they want to reach out. Let's look at that L struck again. Wow, this person's in love. See, they've had time to think about this. I think this person was conflicted as well, okay. They had strong feelings for you. With this Emperor, though, they like to be in control, and I don't think they felt that they could control you or control the situation with you. Like, they didn't understand you, okay. They just didn't understand you, and they can't control what they don't understand. So I think they pushed you away. But this person has strong feelings, and now it feels like they're coming to explore those feelings, okay. So yeah, I think this person is heading towards you. We do have Temperance, so it could be fated, okay. The divine could be putting this person back in your path to give this another go, okay. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. All in all, that looks pretty good. And I think that concludes everybody now. I will be putting timestamps, and as always, I would really appreciate any feedback at all you have, any new spreads you want to see, or any other different types of readings. Do let me know. I'll be happy to do those. And yeah, otherwise, enjoy the full moon, enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you next week.